Gaza's only power plant has shut down after running out of fuel. The United Nations say more than 338,000 people have been displaced in Gaza. The federal opposition says the Prime Minister should step in to stop more pro-Palestine rallies going ahead. On Monday night, demonstrators burned the Israeli flag and chanted anti-Semitic slogans outside the Sydney Opera House. More protests have been scheduled across the country in the coming days, including in Adelaide on Sunday. Liberal leader Peter Dutton says the gatherings shouldn't be allowed to go ahead.
I think the Prime Minister's got a lot of problems on his hands, and unless he starts to show some leadership and show some strength instead of weakness, we'll have significant problems ongoing. The acceptance of this conduct, this behaviour, can't be tolerated.
This morning it was Burra in the mid-north. Now there's been an earthquake near the SA border. A 3.4 magnitude quake recorded at Caniva in Victoria around 1:30. Federal police have seized 622 kilograms of meth hidden inside a consignment of toilet paper rolls in Melbourne. The drug haul has an estimated street value of $560 million. AFP Commander Reagan Stewart says 4 alleged members of an international organised crime syndicate have been arrested.
If convicted, they face a maximum penalty of up to life imprisonment. 2 of the men were arrested at Melbourne Airport as they allegedly attempted to leave the country. The other 2 men were arrested at residential locations in Sunshine North and in Box Hill.
Australians visiting Bali will be screened for the deadly Nipah virus. There's a current outbreak in Southeast Asia, and while there have been no reports yet in Bali, authorities are taking precautions. Infectious diseases specialist Dr Clay Gollidge says an outbreak in Australia could be disastrous.
It's all through Southeast Asia. Outbreak now in southwest India in Kerala with a mortality rate up to 50%. So 50% of people can die from it, mainly from encephalitis, a swelling of the brain. So very nasty if you do get it.
The AE Tesla has been fined for failing to comply with button battery safety standards. The ACCC says the electric vehicle manufacturer breached consumer law because it didn't carry out safety tests on 3 of its key fob models. It also didn't provide mandatory safety warnings for 2 of its illuminated door sill models. It's paid $155,000. Now turning to 5AA sport, Melbourne midfielder Clayton Oliver has presented to hospital in Victoria for an unspecified reason. Last week, Melbourne shut down speculation it was exploring a trade for Oliver amid concerns about his behaviour. Australia will take on South Africa tonight at the Cricket World Cup, desperate to bounce back after a first-up loss against India. Host India made it 2 from 2 last night after cruising to an 8-wicket win against Afghanistan. Ange Postecoglou has paid the Socceroos a surprise visit ahead of their showdown with England at a sold-out Wembley Stadium. The Tottenham manager was joined by another former Socceroos coach, Gus Hiddink, in addressing the team. Postecoglou telling the players not to waste their chance early Saturday morning.
Make an impact. It's not just for you. There's going to be a little boy or even a little girl who are going to look at that and go, one day that's going to be me. And that's the power you guys have. Make your trip to Wembley a memorable one. Not that you just played England, but you knocked them off.
And Carlos Alcaraz has suffered a shock 4th-round exit at the Shanghai Tennis Masters. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Para Hills West, Bruce Watermain, Bridge Road at Maxwell Road. She's out of 40 there at the moment. Got speeds down to 80 on the freeway at Crafers. That's on the down track due to guardrail damage. That's from a smash last night. At North Brighton, urgent sewer works, Brighton Road near Quandong Street. Busy South Road at Theberton. With the camera today, Jetty Road at Largs Bay. Get good BWS prices on tasty drinks, like a case of Largo Clean Lager cans for $60 when you scan your Everyday Rewards card till October 31st. T's and C's apply. Choose to drink wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast, the chance of a shower this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow 19, Saturday a shower or 2 also 19, and the same on Sunday. Right now it's 18. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, a crash tragedy south of Adelaide. We go inside a hospital in the Israeli city of Ashkelon as the building's attacked. How being a rental tenant is bad for your health, the shock Adelaide Uni study. On hold and furious, anger over Centrelink's long wait times. And the RSPCA's unique move to find homes for dumped pets. See the full story live on 9 News at 6 p.m. and on 9 Now.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. what I've found out. You know, some time ago we were talking about, is Live Golf going to go on? Because, you know, Grange had said we got it for 3 more years.
Yes, they have.
So I've done a little bit of homework and I've got...
We were the best tournament in the Southern Hemisphere.
Correct. It's going to happen the week after Gathering.
Oh, wow.
Rowey and Timmy G.
They would have seen Live Golf last year and gone, wow, how good is that? We have to go to that.
4 p.m. weekdays on 5AA.
The Audi Open House sale event is on now. Receive complimentary registration, stamp duty and CTP, plus 5 years scheduled servicing across select models. Ends November 30, T's and C's apply.
Keep it clean and running like a dream with F10 fuel treatment. Whether it's cars, trucks, earth-moving machinery, boats or bikes, petrol or diesel, no matter what you drive, F10 makes engines run smoother and more efficiently, cleans and protects injectors and pumps, and extends the life of your engine. F10 removes water, wax, varnishes and diesel bug contamination. F10 fuel treatment. Available at Auto One, Atom, Blackwoods, Burson's and Repco stores.
When you've been around for over a century, you know a thing or two. And Business SA and Ray White have almost 300 years between them. So when an alliance is formed between Business SA and Ray White Business Sales SA, they're bringing all their experience to your business, making sure it's in top shape, whether you're buying, selling, or somewhere in between. So go on, touch base with the experts. Search Ray White Business Sales SA. Proudly partnered with Business SA.
How far would you go for your dream kitchen? And how far would you go to not deal with organising all the trades? How about 15 minutes up the freeway to Balhanna Kitchens by Design? To the largest showroom in the Adelaide Hills. Custom build your dream with our award-winning designers. Plus, we can manage the installation and all sub-trades at a fixed price. Balhanna Kitchens by Design. It's not too far to go to make your dream a reality. balhannakitchens.com.au.
How to be excellent at entertaining. Have a quick panic clean. Hide things in cupboards. Close every door. Light the candles. Decanter the wine. And most importantly, make sure you're well stocked with a selection of Frederick Street finest. Dry roasted almonds, honey roasted cashews, crackerjack mix and more. Look for Frederick Street finest in the fancy blue packet at your local Drake's supermarket. Be excellent anywhere with Frederick Street finest. Devoted to excellence.
Over 5,500 Adelaide businesses have said yes to saving money on their energy bills with Yes, your energy saving solutions. What's keeping you? One of the easiest ways to save is by switching out your old lighting to energy efficient LEDs. An on-site assessment can help to design the perfect LED lighting system for your business. And with rebates available, a full upgrade might cost as little as $33. For T's and C's on this unbeatable offer from Your Energy Saving Solutions, go to yes.net.au. That's YESS.net.au.
Business notifications out of hand? Thrive Command Centre keeps your customer emails, texts and social messages all in one place, so you never miss a message. Get it free today at thrive.com.au. T's and C's apply. Free plans have limited functionality.
The 5AA Player app lets you listen to all your favourite 5AA shows wherever you go.
5AA Afternoons with Angie McBride.
It is coming up to 10 minutes past 3. I'm in here for Jade Robrin. Rowey and Timmy G will be in after 4 o'clock. And before the end of the show, we'll put the last tickets in the running for the Paul McCartney concert next Wednesday. And also, if you'd like to pop on to our 5AA YouTube and Facebook stream, thanks to Foodland Supermarkets, I almost put deodorant on there and thought, oh, I better not. People see that. I just forget that the cameras are there. Now, in the studio, and of course, give them a call, 8223 0000. Craig Kirkwood and Lachlan Harvey from Goldsboro Financial Services. Hello.
Hello, Angie.
Afternoon. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good all in all.
Yeah.
Gee, it was stormy this morning
It was
on the way into work.
very stormy.
Not
Got
too bad out there
hail,
now. Yeah.
got thunder,
That
got
came in
rain, got
pretty
wind.
quick. Yeah.
Yes, I know. It's much better. I mean, I've got the blinds down, but everyone tells me it's nice out there. Now, just an on-air disclaimer. Of course, we're speaking with Lachlan Harvey and Craig Kirkwood from Goldsboro Financial Services, and we emphasise that any comments should not be accepted as direct advice and acted upon. We suggest you contact either of the advisors to discuss your personal situation. 8378 4000 is their number. So, guys, what are we talking about today?
Well, we thought we'd just touch on, last time we were here, we were talking about financial planning issues for people in their 30s, and we thought we'd just carry that forward and say, for people in their 40s, everyone's circumstances are going to be different, but there are certain threads, certain themes that are pretty common to a lot of people that are facing financial planning issues in their 40s. And look, some people are doing it really tough, and some people are actually really kicking goals, and there's a real divergence. But there are those sort of themes in terms of you've hit 40 or maybe 45, and you've, for many people, got a family, and you're finding that they're growing up, and you're going, gee, actually, they're nearly halfway through their sort of childhood journey, and they may actually be leaving home in the next few years. Maybe that's going to free up a whole bunch of time and resources for ourselves. So people are sort of going back and having a bit of a double take on their lifestyle and thinking, what does the future hold? They might also be thinking, oh, maybe I could be retired. Maybe that's going to be 10, 15, 20 years away, but they're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel in terms of their work life. And they might not be thinking, I just want to keep working doing exactly the same as what I'm doing for the next 20 years. I might like to have a change in career. And for a lot of people, that might mean sort of leaving an employment that they've been with for a long time and maybe becoming self-employed and having that real, to use a cliche, a pivot.
Yeah, interesting you say that, because I was having this conversation with a friend of mine. We were in the Gold Coast. We were sitting outside and I don't know what got on the subject of maybe us winning lotto or something, and I said, I just don't
Always
know if I'm...
a good topic when you're on holidays.
Yes. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to retire. My friend's saying, oh, no, I've got plans. I'm like, I don't even think of it because I'm by myself, so I don't even... How can I make that happen? And then she started talking about the super thing, but I don't think about that because I just think I just have to keep working.
You should say that, because we've had this conversation on air before about, and we've had people call up and say, hey, you never talk about single people. You're always talking about couples. And single people have got slightly different challenges, because here I am talking about sort of families with kids getting older and those sort of things, but not everyone's in that sort of circumstances. And in particular for single people, I think they really value having a financial planner to bounce ideas off and to talk about the things that in couples they tend to be able to sort of talk about those ideas and those aspirations for the future. Like you said, that if you don't necessarily have the opportunity to talk it through and to really sort of nut those problems out with someone, a financial planner is probably a good person to have those conversations with.
So superannuation, so that's where you can start. That's the starting point, isn't it? You put, so you say to your employer, okay, I want to put, say, $100 a month.
Well, if you're employed, your employer should be putting 11% of your salary into your super, and then it's your choice to put more in. And when you go to put more in, you've got to balance that out against, okay, we know that putting money into superannuation is going to lead to a higher super balance when you get there, but there is a trade-off, and that is having less money to spend day to day, having less money available to pay rent, to pay mortgage, to pay for other bills, and even other forms of saving as well.
But how are you going to
access it to your 60 as well? So it is a good form of putting money away, but you can't access it to your 60. So that's where, like Lachlan was saying, it doesn't matter if you're a single or a couple. You really need to have clear goals and understand what retirement looks like. It might not include the lotto win in that plan, but you really need to have an idea that you're going to work to 67, 65. How much are you spending now? How much do you think you'll need to spend in retirement? And bring all those together, because in your 40s there's lots of distractions that are happening.
Craig, I might get you to change microphones because that one is not great. So I might just get you to move to that one. Yeah, it's a much better microphone. We could hardly hear you on that one. Well, how do we retire then if we're not putting extra money into our super?
Well, you've got to look forward, and superannuation isn't the only investment that you can put money into, but you've got to take into account, might be paying the loan down, you might be planning to downsize the property, there might even be an inheritance that's on the table that's coming through. There's going to be lots of things that are potentially directing you to where the retirement is, but superannuation is always generally the first one we start with, because you do get a fairly good tax concession for putting that money into super. And so if you've got spare money, we'd look at superannuation. When you put money in, it's taxed at 15%. There are limits of what you can put in there, but we generally start in how do we build the superannuation, what are we invested in.
Can you just explain what that tax concession is and what do you mean by that?
So if we take if we've got extra money, let's say we've got $5,000 extra of surplus income, we've got enough in a cash buffer, we're comfortable that we're happy to invest that money. If we put that into superannuation, either through salary sacrifice or a one-off lump sum, we can claim that as a tax deduction by submitting the right form. So there's a bit of a process to it, but essentially that gets taxed at 15%, and that then reduces your marginal tax or your taxable income by the same level. So if you're earning $180,000 and your tax rate's at 47%, including Medicare, and you put that money into super, the net difference in that is what you'll be saving. So it can be quite a powerful way to build your investments.
So I'm playing devil's advocate here, I'm very sorry. But so not everyone is going to get an inheritance. And how can a single person afford to salary sacrifice?
So true. Well, look, I mean, everyone's got the responsibility to do their budget, do a bit of forward planning, work out what their commitments are in terms of those bills, whether it be rent or mortgage repayments or any other bills, including, the easy things to go back and work out where you've spent the money is things like mortgage, rent, your car insurance, your life insurance, all those fixed bills that don't tend to change from 1 month or 1 year to the next year. They go up a bit each and every year, we know that. But power bills and gas bills and all those sort of things, they're easy to trace, but it's all the other things in between that are harder to trace. Like if I went out and had a cheeky lunch, it didn't really sort of get recorded, and I don't really have a record of it. And it's all those extra expenses that I think makes the difference between, say, one person that's really frugal with the way that they manage their money and someone else that's really loose and carefree with the way that they manage the money. So everyone's got their own approach to managing money, but whether you are someone that's a diligent saver or whether you really value the here and now and like to go out and spend the money, you can go back and trace what you've spent and when, and then you can use that to plan forward, to go, all right, maybe I do have the ability to put a certain amount away out of each paycheck, and maybe I can put some sort of commitment to an ongoing investment in there.
Guess how much money I've spent this week? So from Monday, let's say Monday, because I did go out to lunch on Sunday. Okay. So from Monday up to now, how much money do you think I've spent?
I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah, I know exactly how much I've spent.
Okay. Are you willing to share that information,
absolutely.
or are we going to keep that a secret?
I'm proud of it. $37.
$37.
And that was because I bought birthday presents for my producer Jono and some stuff for an overseas guest.
Okay, all right.
So you can do it.
Yeah, okay. You're doing well, but eventually you're going to have a bill come in that you know that you need to pay.
Oh, yeah. But it's been a good week.
Those extra expenses, yeah.
I've got my electricity bill and that sitting at home, but I don't have it get paid till next week.
And for those people that are terrible with tracking those day-to-day expenses, there are apps available that let you do it. And really a lot of the banking apps are becoming more and more focused around giving people information about where they've spent their money, not just how much money they've got in their account. And that's a good thing. It's an empowering thing, and people should use that where they can.
Yeah, for sure. We've got Craig Kirkwood and Lachlan Harvey in from Goldsboro Financial Services. If you'd like to ask them a question, they are here, 8223 0000. And I'm sure they can ask a question on the 5AA Facebook and YouTube live stream. Thanks to Feedland Supermarkets, yes. Birthday boy Jono says yes.
Every 2 years, if you're age 50 to 74, you'll get a blue and white package from the National Bowel Cancer Screening Program. It's your free bowel screening test kit, and it could save your life. Here's what to do. Take it to the bathroom and put it right where you can see it. Not in a drawer, but on the bench top or on the toilet seat or in the middle of the floor. So the next time you have to go, you'll remember to use it. Please don't put off the chance to save your life. Get to it. Visit bowelcancer.org.au for more information.
Here's another insane deal from DFibs Direct. Save over $1,000 on your next defibrillator. That's right, save a staggering $1,000. At DFibs Direct right now, you can save over $1,000 on the Heart-Sign Defibrillator Bundle. Go to dfibsdirect.com.au today and save thousands. But hurry, this incredible offer is for a limited time only and stocks are limited. dfibsdirect.com.au. Supporting Restart a Heart Day all the way.
Kirkbride Seafood on Doothie Street only process their own fish. It means they're a true seafood shop. They do it all on site right in front of you. It's quite an art form and pretty amazing to watch. You won't find that in many seafood shops. So if there's a particular cut of fish you like, Fillet, butterfly fillets, loins, steaks, tail. Just ask and they'll cut it for you right there. Kirkbright Seafood, Doothie Street, Unley. Visit kirkbrightseafood.com.au.
It's time to open up a world of savings with Seniors Card. Members can enjoy discounts and deals on products and services from hundreds of businesses all over the state. Seniors Card is celebrating 30 years of helping older South Australians enjoy life and age well. Find discounts and deals at seniorscard.sa.gov.au. That's seniorscard.sa.gov.au, or get a discounts and deals directory from your library or council.
A lot of shopping centres are the same. Same predictable shops, same food options. But if you want something new, check out Newton Central. Grab a coffee at JD Brew or a bite at Java Lifestyle Coffee and Tea, or dine at Delano's Risotto and Pasta Bar. It's the kind of centre where you can get some retail therapy, do the weekly shop, or just relax. Want something new in your life? Choose a new local. Choose Newton Central, Gorge Road, Newton.
Get the big colourful spring blooms and the rich, luscious, healthy lawn you want at Garden Grove. Prepare for summer now with fertilising and mulching. Garden Grove have all the best brands, backed up by the very best advice. So spring into Garden Grove, Golden Grove Road, Golden Grove, for the garden you want.
Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, the garden that I want.
Phone 8251 1111 for delivery to all areas.
The 5AA Player app lets you listen to all your favourite 5AA shows wherever you go.
5AA Afternoons with Angie McBride.
It is 23 minutes past 3. Craig Kirkwood and Lachlan Harvey are here from Goldsborough Financial Services. Of course, you can call them on our talkback line, and we emphasise that any comments should not be accepted as direct advice and acted upon. We suggest you contact either of the advisors to discuss your personal situation. Hello, Gail from Salisbury Heights. How are you?
Oh, hello, Angie. I'm really well, and I'm sort of in the same boat as you. I am a single person, and I need to provide for my own retirement, so I need to find out what I can do now that's going to put me, you know, in the best possible position when I retire. So I don't have anyone to bounce anything off. So I totally understand. And I'm trying to get my head around salary sacrifice, into superannuation, all those sort of things. Yeah. So
Sure. How can we help?
Okay, so I've got a couple of questions. First of all, I am salary sacrificing at work. I was using the living expenses card, so there was an amount coming out of my pre-tax income. However, I'm now wanting to put that money into my super once a fortnight. So my first question is, will that bring down my yearly taxable income if I salary sacrifice into superannuation?
Well, the first question for you is, do you work for the government or in healthcare?
I'm a nurse. So,
Okay, so
yeah.
some people in healthcare will have the opportunity to salary sacrifice, not to super, but to a card or for other expenses, and that'll be a pretty unique deal for you and your colleagues.
Yeah,
Salary
we
packaging,
can,
is it? Yeah.
Yes, we can salary package into superannuation. So, and I'm wanting to do that because obviously, you know, to provide for my retirement down the track, and also to bring down my taxable income, because I find even though I'm salary sacrificing, my taxable income still gets bumped up for some reason.
Go, whether you salary sacrifice to super or whether you salary sacrifice or salary package into those other expenses, they're both a really good deal. Salary packaging for you, where you've got the opportunity to salary package into a card to cover off other expenses, that's the best deal that you've got going. So you should seek to maximise that opportunity first, and then look towards other opportunities to put money into super.
I actually was doing that, but my card kept getting scammed. So I found I was doing it with a particular. It just kept getting scammed all the time, and I had to stop it. So I don't know why,
So
but I just, yeah.
Just on that, so the salary packaging, like Lachlan said, is the best example or the best first one to look at, because that is effectively tax-free. So I think grossed up, it's around about $16,000. So if your package was $100, it's now down to $84 taxable. And then the next best thing is putting money into superannuation, where it's taxed at 15%.
Right.
But of
so
course,
is
super's got this big trade-off of you not being able to access it until you then access your super at retirement. How far away is that for you, Gail?
Quite a while. not anytime soon.
Yes.
So, but I really would like to put into super. And my next question is, if I salary sacrifice into super, like above and beyond what my employer puts in, does that bring my taxable income down by my own contribution?
Yes, that does. So in that example I mentioned before, if your income came back to $85,000 after the salary packaging, if you then salary sacrifice and you'd put $5,000 in through the year, you then go to do your tax return, your taxable income at that point would be $80,000. So yeah, it'll reduce it down. There's limits on how much you can put into super as that concessional contribution. So you need to be aware of those. And there's some other strategies to try and actually breach that limit, but that's probably a bit complex to go through over the radio.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank
Gail.
you very much.
Thanks, Gail.
Thank you.
I hope that helps.
It has. Thank you.
Thank you. And if you do want to chat to the guys further, Goldsboro Financial Services, they are 160 Green Hill Road, Parkside, or 3784,000 or goldsboro.com.au. So if we are in our 40s, at this point in our lives, how much super should you have?
It's a very hard question to answer sort of thing, but there is AFSA, the Association of Superannuation Funds in Australia, they come out with a number for if you're 67 and if you own your own home and if you want to live on a comfortable income of around $70,000 as a couple or around $50,000 as a single, and then they allow you to work back from that. So if you want to sort of use that as a bit of a baseline, at 45, they would say you should have around 210,000 in super as a single, and for a couple, it's around about 250,000 between you. But that's a lot of assumptions in there, and it does assume that you'll get a part age pension, which may or may not be there in the current format in 20 years. So it's probably not the safest way to do it, but that gives you a rough guideline of where you're sitting at the moment.
Yeah, working on being self-funded, so we're talking about accumulating a pretty sizable amount there by age 65. So if you've got, say, $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000 when you're in your 40s, you're probably thinking about, oh, gee, I'm nowhere near that figure. How do I go about moving towards boosting my superannuation? And that's where the salary sacrifice comes in. And financial planning is not all about super. There's lots of other things that you can invest in. And for a lot of people, that trade-off between the tax benefits of super, but also locking the money away there for retirement, there might be other investments that are more appealing. They might have maybe less tax benefits, but the benefit of being able to access it if you need it. So if you're putting money away for 10 years, maybe you want to upgrade your home in 10 years' time or something like that, then super's not the investment for you. There are other investments that are going to do that job better that will allow you to access the money in 10 years' time.
Could you give us a couple of examples?
So any investment that has growth, so property, shares, things like that for any time frame of 10 years or more is going to be your best bet. Now you're managing the level of investment risk and your expectations, and you realise that the growth of those sort of assets is not the same every year. Last year the share market went backwards. This year, so far at least, it's kind of gone up maybe. I think we're around about the level that we started in. So potentially, depending upon the day, we might be either in positive territory or negative territory. So it's not going to be a smooth ride. And what most investors are going to be doing there is they're going to be balancing out the risk of shares. And on the other hand, we've got sort of cash and fixed interest term deposits and those sort of investments that are lower risk. And we're just mixing the two. We're just mixing the two into a balance that feels right for us in terms of the total level of risk that we're taking.
Yeah. All right, lots to unpack there. Probably didn't get to everything, but you can get to that with Jade in a couple of weeks because it is an ongoing conversation, isn't it?
Ongoing conversation. Look, next time we might tackle what happens when you hit 50 and all the milestones that occur then.
Don't know. We don't
want to go there.
No.
Okay.
Craig Kirkwood and Lachlan Harvey from Goldsboro Financial Services. They are Green Hill Road, 160 Green Hill Road, Parkside. Go to goldsboro.com.au. Thank you. Have a great week.
Thanks very much.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon. Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. The Israeli Air Force has announced on social media that it killed a senior Hamas operative overnight. Federal police have seized over 620 kilograms of meth hidden inside a consignment of toilet paper rolls in Melbourne. Those renting a property, as opposed to owning their own home, age faster, according to a new study. And in sport, the Melbourne Football Club has issued a statement saying Clayton Oliver was admitted to hospital following a medical episode. He has since been discharged and is recovering at home. The 5AA forecast, the chance of a shower this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 19. Right now it's 18. We'll have more news at 4 and as it happens on 5AA.
Saturday mornings from 9. Join KG and Cornsey for the Saturday Sports Show.
Hello, Ricky.
Come on, Ricky. I'm a passionate Port Adelaide supporter. I think the AFL owes it to the passionate supporters and they can't get to see their team in the grand final.
Saturday mornings from 9.
Ricky, I couldn't agree with you more. Too many corporates go. The Melbourne Cricket Club members are just freeloading on the Australian game. It's disgraceful.
I agree with the Saturday Sports Show on Adelaide's 5AA.
Hi, Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. There's a lot of speculation about the state of the Adelaide property market, from people coming out of favourable fixed-rate loans to the rising costs of building a home. Now more than ever, you need an agent with genuine experience who knows what it takes to navigate more turbulent times. With a history spanning almost 40 years and a team that has been through the highs and lows of the Adelaide real estate market, Toop and Toop knows what it takes to maximise your results in any selling conditions. Go to toop.com.au to find out more.
Keep it clean and running like a dream with F10 fuel treatment. Whether it's cars, trucks or earth-moving machinery, boats or bikes, petrol or diesel, no matter what you drive, F10 makes engines run smoother and more efficiently, cleans and protects injectors and pumps and extends the life of your engine. F10 removes water, wax, varnishes and diesel bug contamination. F10 fuel treatment. Available at Autobarn, Auto Pro, Napa Parts, Truckline and Veals.
5AA's Business Lounge with Matthew Pantelis.
I'm with Kieran Ryan from Reactivate. Chronic back pain can really hurt your quality of life. How could Reactivate fix my lower back?
Reactivate is a minimally invasive, surgically implanted restorative solution to treat the cause of chronic low back pain. Reactivate focuses on improving function in your lower back and ultimately reducing pain.
What sets Reactivate apart?
Historically, patients have been offered pain medications which don't treat the underlying cause, and patients can become reliant on them. Reactivate can help treat the actual cause.
To learn more about Reactivate, visit fixmylowerback.com.au.
Patients must talk to their health professional about whether the Reactivate implantable pulse generator device is right for them and suitable as part of the overall plan to manage their intractable chronic mechanical low back pain. Outcomes may vary for each patient. Patients should discuss with their healthcare professional the factors that could impact the level and timing of the effect. The Reactivate IPG device is not a first-line treatment for chronic mechanical low back pain. Surgery is required to use the Reactivate IPG device, and any surgical procedure carries risk.
If you're looking for unbeatable value and quality in a new car, head to Cherry Glen Osmond and take a look at the new Cherry Motor 5. I'm not kidding. This car is outstanding in every way from under $33,000. And here's the other thing you'll love. Cherry Glen Osmond will let you take a 5-day test drive. 5 days. Some T's and C's apply, but what an opportunity to make sure the incredible value and feature-packed Cherry Motor 5 is for you. Book a test drive today at gocherry.com.au.
How far would you go for your dream kitchen? And how far would you go to get 25% off? How about 15 minutes up the freeway to Balhana Kitchens by Design? To the largest showroom in the Adelaide Hills. Custom build your dream with our award-winning designers. And get 25% off your cabinets with laminate bench tops. For a limited time, of course. Balhana Kitchens by Design. It's not too far to go to make your dream a reality. balhanakitchens.com.au.
The 5AA Player app lets you listen to all your favourite 5AA shows wherever you go.
5AA Afternoons with Angie McBride.
It's 25 minutes to 4. We're just trying to get in touch with Ben and Chris from Silverchair. Hopefully they'll pick up their phone shortly. But did you hear that a New Zealand man says he reclaimed the world record for the most bungee jumps in a single day, jumping off the bridge in Auckland 941 times?
The New Zealand man now holds the world record for the most bungee jumps in 24 hours. Mike Hurd took 941 leaps off Auckland Bridge.
Mike Hurd live streamed his record attempt at the Auckland Harbour Bridge, where his attempt finished early on Wednesday morning. He broke the record with 430 jumps on one day in 2017 before Frenchman Francois-Marie Dibon took the record with 765 jumps June the 1st, 2022. He did raise money for mental health, which was fantastic. But my question is, why would you do that? Is this? I don't know. I don't want to bungee jump. I've never bungee jumped in my life, and I don't ever want to try it. What would you do? Is there a world record that you would want to go for? Because sometimes you have to sit there for days. Remember, oh God, it was ages ago now. Hans, when he was working for us, and I think he did make the record of playing the accordion the longest period at any one time, and I can't remember how long he played for. I think it was only 24 hours, but he did get there, and we set up on Hindmarsh Square and everything. So is there something? I don't know if there's anything that I'd want to do a Guinness World Records for. I don't think I'm pretty patient, but I get bored quite easily. So I think after hour one, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And I've still got 25 hours to go. Anyway, now we have found Chris from Silverchair, but Ben is missing in action. But if you'd be leaving me under a rock if you don't know this song. 1995, of course, that was Silverchair. And Ben Gillies and Chris Joannou have released in the last week or so their book in print, their story, Love and Pain, The Epic Times and Crooked Lines of Life Inside and Outside Silverchair. We've got bass player Chris Joannou joins me now. Hello, Chris. Thanks so much for your time. Oh, it's not working, Jono. Hang on. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, we're doing well today, aren't we? with the phone. I'm just going to get Jono's going to come in and help me. Okay, we're having one of those days, aren't we? Yeah, I think let's take a break. Oh, okay, Chris, I reckon we've got you there, Chris.
Yes, you got me.
Sorry, we've got an upgrade to our phone system, and it's got a few bugs in it. But thank you for
teething things.
Yeah, I know you know all about technical stuff. We love it, but we hate it. Now,
that's right.
Yourself and Ben have been touring the book around the country. How has the response been?
Look, it's been absolutely overwhelming, to be honest. It's been really great to take some time and head out around this wonderful country and talk about the book and bump into some old fans.
Now, Chris, when writing the book, what was the main message that you and Ben wanted people and fans to get out of the book, Love and Pain?
Well, the process for the book with us was just coming from a place of honesty and just our perspective on our journey and our story, and also from I feel from a place of love and celebration for what we experienced, and there's also the bigger picture of it is Ben and I having this friendship for 40 plus years essentially. So it covers some really cool stuff before and after the band as well.
So Chris, someone in the office here said, "Can you ask Chris?" So you had success with Silverchair. You're at school. Did your schoolmates? What did they think? Did they think you were cool, or did they think, oh, you're a bit daggy?
We had a really great bunch of schoolmates. I really enjoyed school. It was a little sort of whiplashy at times, so to speak. If you'd sort of be out on the road, and then the next Monday you're sort of back at school in the classroom. But we had a really great bunch of mates at school, and I think our parents tried really hard just to keep that element of normal consistent as the time went on, and school was a big part of that.
Do you remember what you bought with your first paycheck?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Or did that go straight to mum and dad?
No, look, it wasn't. I guess we were always focused on the music and trying to be one of the best bands in the world. Essentially, all the rest of it was, a bonus, and we were just really fortunate to get to live those wildest dreams out.
Now, you said your focus was to get to the best band in the world. I reckon you got there, didn't you?
Yeah, look, we had a hell of a good time on our way. But, look, and there was always just this magical thing that happened between the three of us on stage, which is one of my fondest memories. And, it's just, I don't know, just something about when the three of us would play music together.
Chris, is there one thing that you just have such a fond memory, whether it was you went to New York and sat down and ate at Burger King, or is there a memory in there that you just are so fond of, or is there numerous ones?
One in particular for me would probably be Wave Aid. When the band it had been quite a lengthy break. There was some uncertainty around that time whether the band was going to continue, and we came together to do Wave Aid. And aside from, monumentous occasion to raise money for much needed people in need, it reminded us what we had as a band, and it was such I just remember it being such an amazing feeling, and then obviously that took us on into the next record.
Yeah. Chatting to Chris Joannou from Silverchair. Now, Chris, I watched the 2-part Australian Story special. Oh my goodness, have you not been through the ringer? So in a matter of years, and not that many years, your restaurant burnt down, you had cancer, then a heart attack. How is your mental and physical health now?
Well, they say it comes in threes, so I feel like
done. You're done. That's it.
We've ticked them all.
Yes.
Look, I mean, it's all headspace for me, and I just treasure every day, and life throws speed humps, and I'm not the only one that's experienced these kind of speed humps. But they're definitely stark reminders on just how important it is to live life to the fullest.
And sadly, we heard the news of comedian Cal Wilson dying yesterday at 53. Had a rare form of cancer. So, like you said, it's just you just don't know. That's why you just got to keep going and enjoy it and try and deal with whatever life throws at you, because we really don't have much of a choice of what things are thrown at us.
That's right. And don't sweat the small stuff. I mean, we can get hung up on some, really silly minor details, and there's always a way forward, and it's Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to harp on this at all about that you guys haven't spoken to Daniel, and so he knows you've written the book. Has he reached out since the book's release?
Oh, look, there's a little bit of contact here and there. We don't really have much of a relationship these days, sadly. It's just one of those things, and this is it's tough sometimes.
Yeah, I know, and I hope, because at the end of the day, before you were in a band, you were schoolmates, so that sort of runs a little bit deeper. But hopefully, one day he'll reach out and it'll all be fine. But so with the book, we can buy it now.
You certainly can.
Yes. Chris Joannou and Ben Gillies. It is called Love and Pain, The Epic Times and Crooked Lines of Life, Inside and Outside Silverchair. So you can get it online or in store now. And gosh, please make sure you watch the 2-part Australian Story special on iView as well. So what are you doing now, Chris? You're doing work on motorbikes with your wife, or what do you do?
So
what do you do and just chill out too?
Aside from being dad and enjoying life, I do work inside my wife's family business, which is motorcycle dealerships up on the mid-north coast, which is awesome to mix passion with work. I love motorbikes. I ride motorbikes all the time, so it's awesome.
Well, best wishes with the book. I know you're getting a lot of interest and you've been touring it around, and congratulations on it, and you take care.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris Joannou. Silverchair, Love and Pain is in store now. You can buy it online as well. That's Ben Gillies and Chris Joannou from Silverchair.
Into the studio every morning with 5AA's live video stream of The Breakfast Show. Thanks to Foodland. With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Hearing Australia's new range has devices that are so discreet, people might not notice you're wearing one. They auto-adjust to reduce background noise, and there are also rechargeable options. For over 75 years, Hearing Australia has provided expert hearing care for all Australians, finding the right device to suit any budget and lifestyle. Search hearing.com.au to book your appointment today.
Hearing Australia.
Conditions apply under the Australian Government Hearing Services Program.
The Roller Door Doctor, this is Nurse Tracy.
I seem to have a little issue down south.
That's okay, we do all areas.
You do? Well, I can't seem to get it up anymore.
No problem. At the Roller Door Doctor, we do all types and brands of garage doors. So we can help you get it up again.
The Roller Door Doctor, helping SA get it up for over 30 years. Contact the Roller Door Doctor for garage door repairs, service and installation. therollerdoordoctor.com.au.
If you have an electrical or plumbing emergency, don't worry. REA Trade Assist can now help 24/7. REA Trade Assist will book you a trusted tradie to sort out your emergency so you can keep on moving on. T's and C's apply. Available from REA.
Meet the girls from the FIVEAA Milk Company, your local milk company. This is Matilda. Over here we got Daisy and Charlotte. Grace. This is Alice. Who else have we got? Nicole. Beverly.
With more moo
Lucy.
in every bottle. Look for FIVEAA Milk Company at independent supermarkets and the Adelaide Central Market. 100% local, 100% preservative free.
Samantha. Barbara. She's a bit cheeky.
Introducing the 2023 World Performance Car of the Year. The Kia EV6 GT. 430 kilowatts of power and 740 Newton meters of torque. With its unique Australian-tuned GT suspension and steering, the Kia EV6 exceeds all expectations. The Kia EV6 GT, the most powerful Kia ever built.
Kia, movement that inspires.
There's one sign on Duthie Street, Unley, you must see. It's the Kirkbrite seafood sign. It changes daily, from fresh crays to Atlantic salmon, King George whiting, garfish and SA King prawns. All sustainably fished and processed on site at Kirkbrite Seafood. Not some faraway factory. It's a good sign that you're getting the best you can get, and so close to the city. See what's on the sign today. Kirkbrite Seafood, Duthie Street, Unley. kirkbrightseafood.com.au.
Ready for immediate delivery on your new Triton? Ready for a 10-year warranty and 10-year capped price servicing? Then you're ready for the new level of service from Agostino Mitsubishi. There's no mucking around, no waiting around. They've got plenty of stock available right now, so you can get behind the wheel of a new Triton and start getting those new car jealous looks straight away. See Agostino Mitsubishi, 2 locations, Nailsworth and Elizabeth. Exclusions and conditions including Mitsubishi servicing apply.
Send invoices, pay bills, send appointment reminders.
Want to streamline your business management tools? Thrive helps you manage communications, payments, schedules and more, all in one place. Search Thrive, THRYV, today.
The 5AA Player app lets you listen to all your favourite 5AA shows wherever you go.
5AA Afternoons with Angie McBride.
I was just telling Timmy G, I think people got mixed up with the grabs because I played Silverchair and the competition line went nutty. But that was Paul McCartney.
Yeah, he's different.
just a tiny little
just
bit
a bit
different.
Yeah. Awesome, though.
How are you?
I'm going next week.
I know you are.
Yeah, excited.
I'm surprised you didn't dance because we've got the 5AA Facebook Foodland Supermarkets live stream there. So
yeah, well, I've done a marvellous job with my children. I'm now working on my grandchildren. So showed them their first Beatles song the other night. She Loves You, and the yeah bit, that's what kicks in.
How old are the grandchildren?
They're 5, see? So it's like, yeah, we can sing that. That's good. Yeah, we can do that.
Well done.
And then, I don't know whether you wouldn't probably be old enough, Angie, but there used to be Beatle cartoons that we used to come home from school and watch. And they used to have all these little scenarios.
Yeah,
events.
Yellow Submarine?
No, that was actual movie, but there was actual Beatle cartoons.
Yeah.
And they were dressed up in their sort of 1960s, 64 gear. And they would do songs. And, of course, they were funny, quirky little cartoons with the song. And, of course, I started showing them that. So that's cut in as well. So
have you got that
don't worry, I'll educate them well.
Have you got that on video or something?
You can get on YouTube.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, YouTube.
Now, before we talk about, I know you're a busy man, you've got things to do,
no
people
doubt,
to see,
no
but
doubt.
let's talk about the last winner who we have put in, Jenny from Adelaide. Oh, look, these phones are going well today, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, we were going to talk to Jenny, but can you hear
I
that?
know her phone number. It's 8675309.
Yeah, that's
Give her
okay.
a buzz back on that.
Yeah, we've just updated our phone system, so good luck with that. But Jenny from Adelaide, congratulations. That's all right. You are through to the final tickets, 2 A reserve tickets.
Wow.
Your name is on the list.
A reserve?
Yeah, I know.
Unreal.
So that is for Paul McCartney's Got Back Tour at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre on Wednesday, the 18th of October, presented by Frontier Touring. Congratulations, Jenny. David and will be giving that away tomorrow.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Yes. So I hope you've got plenty to do because our phone system
I have.
is gone. So what's happening today?
You know what's going to be... well, we're going to take a lot of calls, but...
Yeah, it should be okay. Well, we can see
You'll be
them
all right
ringing.
by then?
Yeah, they're ringing.
Okay. Well,
Let's
give us a
go.
call when the lines will be open after the 4 o'clock news with Rowey and Timmy G's sports show, and plenty to talk about. Of course, we've got cricket happening. Big game tonight. Australia have to beat South Africa. They lost their first game against India, so they need to bounce back. We've got the Everest happening. We've actually got a little bit of a connection through to one of the horses running in the Everest. Now, the Everest is worth $20 million. It's like winning Powerball the other week. That's how big it is. All you got to do is get your horse over the line first.
That one race, that single race.
Yes, and lots of trade talk, of course, both Port Adelaide and the Crows. Looks like Geelong are driving a hard bargain for Port, but we'll try and sort that one out. They're sort of thinking that this guy that we want is a better player than what we think he is, and so you know, when you get to that trade table, you got to negotiate. They're at the North Pole, we're at the South Pole. We're just trying to get to the equator.
All right.
How's that sound?
And hopefully you'll be able to take some calls too. Thank you, Timmy G.
Hooroo.
We will, of course, interact with you and Stephen Rowe after 4 o'clock. Turn my mic off. Good one. We're going well technically today. Hello, Tyson. How are you?
I'm very sad.
What's happening?
The Evoca, my pub, they've got no power, so they've had to shut the doors.
Oh, that happened in that area this morning, Tyson.
Yeah,
I went down
they've been shut since 8:30.
Yeah, so because I went down to Clarence Gardens to pick up some goodies and I couldn't get myself a hot chocolate because the power was out.
What? Where? Bryce Girdles?
Yeah. Yeah, they were warming up there because they've got a mobile van, but they were warming up their van, but I didn't have time to hang around.
I've got power.
Yeah, I was saying you're in Clarence Gardens.
I'm in between the Evoca and Bryce Girdles. It doesn't make any sense.
You are immune. You are powerful, Tyson, that your electricity
I think
isn't
so,
out.
maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you for letting us know, Tyson. So at this point, the Evoca is closed. I'm sure they've probably got it on all their updates, but that little short storm this morning, it really did affect some businesses. Got a message through from Con. Hi, Con. Can you hear the sounds of silence during this advertising blackout? No more of that rhyming slogan. If you don't know, vote no. Yes, that is it. We are in an advertising blackout for The Voice, and don't forget to vote. I have got it on my list to vote on Saturday morning. Because I will forget, but it's nice that they're open early and I've got a voting booth just around the corner so I can take a little stroll. All right, I think we are done. We got there. Thank you, Jono. Happy birthday. I know he's just cringing when I say that, but thank you. We got there. Thanks, everybody. We will do it all again tomorrow, which is Friday. Woohoo!
Want to win a Vintech wine cabinet full of Rowey's favourite Ruston wines? Simply listen into 5AA Drive with Rowey and Timmy G and you could win. Each day, call in and guess which South Australian footy legend is in Rowey's wine cabinet. Answer correctly and you'll win a twin pack of Ruston wines. Plus, you'll go into the draw to win the Vintech wine cabinet full of Ruston wines. How good is that? All thanks to Ruston Wines and $13.95 Adelaide's 5AA.
It all started in the back shed. Maybe it started early or late. Either way, the Olympic